Hello, crafty friends. It's Erica, ScrapDiva 29. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. This is a sneak peek for the June 5th ScrapDiva Designs 2025 release. I'm super excited to share with you today. Today, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this new arrival. This is the 3D Fairytale gift box. Absolutely adorable. We're going to put this together and I'm going to show you how easy it is to assemble. All right, so without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the tutorial. As you can see, I've already die cut out all of the pieces and have prepped, but I will go over everything with you. So you have a piece that looks like this in your die set, and it also comes with a stitched nesting set as well. And you're gonna cut this out 2 times. And then you're going to cut out the stitched layering piece 2 times as well. And I do this because I like to create a sturdy base for my gift box. So that is why I cut it out twice, in case you're wondering. And then you're going to have this piece right here. You're going to cut this piece out 1 time. And then you're going to use the stitched layering piece that comes with this die set. My dies are all over the place, so I'm so sorry. But this does come with a stitch layering piece, so you're going to cut this out once. So you'll have this piece, and then you'll have the stitched layering piece to layer on top. And then you will have this die right here, and you're going to cut this out twice. And it does come with the stitched layering piece. This is the stitched decorative piece. And it's going to look like this. So you see I have it cut out twice right here. And then for the window or the side of the base of the box, you're gonna have this piece right here, and you're going to cut this piece out 4 times. And as you can see, I've got it all cut out. I already have my acetate inside, ready to go. And then this piece does come with a stitched layering piece, which looks like this. And you're going to cut that out a total of 6 times. 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm sorry, 8 times. I apologize. 8 times. And then you'll also have this piece right here, and you're going to cut this out a total of 4 times. And I think that is all the die cutting that you're going to need to do. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the assembly of this box. So this is the base, and I've already glued on the layering piece. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start off by attaching my windows to this base. And as you can see, they will line up perfectly like so. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab my glue. And you're welcome to use your double-sided adhesive or your wet glue, whichever you prefer. I'm just going to go ahead and use wet glue for this tutorial. Sometimes I switch it up just depending on how long the video gets, but it is quicker to do the double-sided tape. But I am using the quick drying glue, and I'm just running my bone folder on the little tabs so it will adhere nicely. And you just want to make sure that it's nice and even. And I'm just going to press down for a couple of seconds. And actually, this is the first time I'm putting this together, and I think what I'm going to do, and I didn't do it on this panel right here, but I am going to add double-sided adhesive to this panel. And when you cut it out, it does have the score line, so you're gonna cut it out and you're gonna fold on all the score lines. So you'll fold on this one right here, this one right here, and then you have the 2 on the bottom. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and add my adhesive really quick. I was trying to do all the prep before I started the video, but I forgot to add this. So I'm going to go ahead and do it now. All right. And we got this one and then one more. And I am going to add it to this panel right here before I go any further, because it will be a lot easier like this versus doing it backwards. All right, and we've got that. So now we can go ahead and move along. And now that we have this adhered, and I do want to just kind of take note, when I was adding my acetate, I accidentally, I think I cut it a little bit too big, and I may have to cut a little bit off of the side so that the fold will work properly. As you can see, it's a little stiff. I might be able to get it to work, but it is definitely a little bit longer. I'm gonna have to grab some scissors. Just give me 1 second. Okay, you know, I literally have 1,000 pairs of scissors, and when I actually need them, I can't even find one pair. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I'm just going to slightly cut some of this off since it's too, I didn't realize I went over. Okay, now that's better. All right, I just want to be able to make sure that I can fold it. So don't do what I did. When you adhere your acetate, just make sure that you don't go over the score lines, because you don't want, you want to be able to maneuver it and into place. All right, so we're going to go back to the wet glue and add it to the tab right on the inside, and we'll do this one right here. And we're just going to put it in place, press down. Go ahead and grab your bone folder and just give it a good press. And I think this is gonna come together pretty quickly. After you do all the prep, it's gonna go pretty quickly. So I do love that. All right, that's good. And then what I'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and just take the adhesive off of this little strip right here, and I am going to just carefully line it up like so. I'm gonna turn it around and then just use my bone folder and press down. And it looks like I might be a tad off on the bottom, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and keep working my way around, adding the glue to the bottom tabs. Oh no, oh my goodness, this has never happened before. Wow, oh my, this is not good. All right, give me a second to clean this up. I don't know how that came out. Let me grab a little towel or something. Only I have something in my drawer that I can clean up quickly. And it looks like it made a huge mess. And I'm just grabbing one of these little tools right here. And I'm just gonna wipe that off and wipe it off of my bone folder and my surface. All right, that is not good. All right, let me just wipe this off to the side. This is glue. I'm making a huge mess all over my hands. Oh my goodness. All right, let's try this again. Adhesive on the bottom. That has never happened before with this Barely Art glue. And I actually switched over to the other glue. What is it called? The Nuvo drops, the Nuvo glue. And I actually ran out, and I need to buy a replacement for that one. And I did have this Barely Arts glue, so I'm not gonna waste it and not use it. But that's never happened before. So didn't realize that it could come loose like that. But back to the tutorial. I'm just pressing down again with the bone folder. This is a quick drying glue, so it does adhere pretty quickly. And this is just going to fold in. And I'm just going to use my little pokey tool to take off the adhesive and carefully line it up. Looks like it's moving a little bit on me. All right, that looks good. Got it. And then just pushing down with my finger. Again, I did accidentally cut that acetate a little bit too big, so I can kind of see a little gap, but it's okay. It's gonna be all good. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and move to the last one. Again, making sure all your folds are in place on the score lines, and carefully add your glue to the last two tabs and just position it right in place like so. And you might have to put your hand in there and push down and give it a second to set. You got your bone folder, and just pushing down. All right. And then I'm going to take the adhesive off on this side and then the other side, and then we'll have it all together. And I'm just going on with the bone folder, and I'm pushing down. And then we'll do it to this side, the last side, right here. Pushing that in, and then carefully lining it up. All right, so you're gonna have something that looks like this. Look how pretty that is already. And I am using an older paper collection. This is I wanna say it's the Blooming Wild collection. And so I'm gonna go ahead and just turn the box over and go ahead and adhere the base, because we wanna cover up the tabs. So that's why we cut this out twice. And then that will also provide a sturdy base for your gift box. And I love a see-through gift box. I think they're so pretty and so much fun. You can add your little fun shred or, you know, whatever you'd like to stuff it with. But it does make a really nice presentation. And I'm just letting that sit for a second while I pick off some of that glue that's still on my hands from that little bloop, that little glue disaster. Okay. See, it's all over my hand. This is bad. That has, like I said, never happened before. But I'm just letting this sit for just a second. I'm just pushing down, and then of course you can flip it over, take your bone folder, and again, give it a good press on the bottom. All right, so now we're gonna move to the lid, and we're gonna take these 4 pieces right here. And we're gonna take these 2 pieces and these 2 pieces, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're going to just attach each one of these. It's gonna come like this. You're going to fold on all the score lines. So you have these 2 in the center and then the 2 on the bottom. And you're gonna do that to all 4. And I'm just going to, again, take my adhesive And we're just going to attach each one of them together. Just line it up. Like so. Sometimes I like to turn it over and make sure that it's lined up properly. Just push down and just give it a second to adhere. And then we're going to move on to the next one, like so. And I think I'm going to do this one and then this one, kind of switch it up. And again, we're just going to line it up. Push down. You want to make sure that you do line it up perfectly. Otherwise, it might be off a little bit. And I'm just going to keep moving on to the next one, like this. And I do want to just make a little announcement, a little side note, just in case you all send me an email or trying to contact me. I just want to let you know that I will be going on vacation on the 28th of May, and I will not return until June 3rd. So if you send me an email and I don't reply, it's because I am out of the country and on vacation. Excited about taking a vacation with my husband and some of our good friends from Arizona. And much needed break, so that'll be really nice. Looking forward to it. And as you know, I'm recording this video in advance. So by the time that you all watch this, I will already be on vacation on the beach, soaking up the sun. Well, that's the plan anyway. Hopefully we have great weather. All right, so now that this is assembled, as you can see, it's taking form. We're going to attach this piece right here to the top. And actually, it might be easier to attach individually and then connect it like I did the box. But it's going to be totally up to you. And I'm thinking that next time I probably would do it like that before assembling. But like I said, this is the first time I'm putting this together. And I mean, either way, it's going to work. But I think it would be easier if you did the individual pieces separately. But I'm going to go ahead and add adhesive to all of the tabs right here. And I am just going to turn this over and just kind of, I'm eyeballing it, trying to make sure that I've got it on, and I know I'm probably going to have to make some adjustments. Let's see, I'm going to turn it over. And I'm just pushing with my finger. Yeah, definitely do it individually. I think it'll be definitely a lot easier, although I will be able to make this work, but I think that it would be easier if you do it separately, each piece separately, if that makes sense. Okay. And I'm just pushing it in and making sure that everything is lined up. And that looks good to me. And so once it does look good, go ahead and get your bone folder back out, push down on all those little tabs. The good thing is that it is quick drying, but you still have time to move it around into place. And so for this piece, you may want to go ahead and you're gonna wanna cover it up. So you're gonna wanna use this piece to cover it up on the inside, the tabs, and then you are gonna have to cut out another decorative piece, which I did not do, for the top. And I'll make sure to cut one out to finish it off, but go ahead and definitely cut out that second piece for the top, because I was thinking I was only gonna use two, but you're definitely gonna wanna cover those tabs. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my adhesive, and this bottle is almost out. I got a little bit left in here. Come on. Struggling to come out. Wow. There we go. I am just having glue issues today. My goodness. Okay, so we got that, and we're just going to center that in here. Take your bone folder, give it a good varnish, smooth it out. All right, and now we're going to take these pieces right here, and we're going to go through each tab and attach each one like so. All right, so I got my glue, so I'm just going to use my glue. And we're just going to do each one individually. And again, you're welcome to use your double-sided adhesive. You just have to make sure that you've got it lined up perfectly. And I'm gonna move that off to the side and then add my adhesive. And move on to the next tab, like so. And I'm just pushing down underneath with my fingers. Turn it over. Use your bone folder, give it a good press. Fold it back and move on to the next tab. And we're gonna keep going, like so. Isn't this adorable? I love it. Love, love, love it. So cute. And we've got one more, and then we get to move on to the other side. And as you can see, there's a little flap right there, and that's going to connect the second flap. Turn that over, give it a good press. And, you know, make sure, you just got to make sure it's even. And then you're going to take this piece right here I'm gonna flip it like this, and this flat edge, you're going to attach right there, and then you're going to go ahead and glue it to that tab. So you're gonna put a little bit of glue on this tab right here, and then you'll have your glue tab right here. And carefully line it up. And so you have to make sure that that part's together really nicely on that little connecting tab. And then you can turn it over, give it a good push with the bone folder. And just keep moving along. So we got 3 more to go, and then we're done. How easy was that? Very easy and simple to put together. And obviously this can be used all seasons, all year round. So it can be summer, Valentine's Day, Christmas would be awesome. You could put some Christmas cookies in there, all decorated, all nice and cute. I love that idea. Halloween. I'm gonna go ahead and add glue to this one right here. And a little bit right there for the tab. And let's see if I can get it. I'm just pushing in with my middle finger on the inside. Turn it over, press it down, use that bone folder if you need to, or your finger, whatever works for you. And then you've got it right here. And as you can see, I didn't get it perfect, but I can see where it's off just a little bit. Uh-oh, it jumped out of my hands. And I'm trying to push it up, and it might be too late. Because once it's down, it's down. And I'm just holding this with my finger. Yeah, you have to make sure that you fold it absolutely perfect, or it will be slightly off like mine is right there, but it's okay. It's gonna be okay. We're still gonna use it, and it's still gonna work. Yeah, I just see where I was off a little bit, but it's okay. It's gonna be okay. And for whatever reason, I cannot get it to stay. I might have to use some hot glue. All right, it looks like I think I've got it down. All right, so here's our lid. Looks like that. And you're gonna remember to cut out your layering piece for the lid, the stitched layering piece. And then you're just going to cover, just carefully attach the lid to the top. And you're gonna have to squeeze it in, I think, to get it all to work out. Oh my goodness. Oh, I see what's happening. So, there we go. All right, we've got it. And you've got your cute, adorable Fairytale gift box. Voila. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel today and putting this together. I will see you soon on June 5th for the release of the ScrapDiva Designs June 2025 release. So make sure you come back and visit my channel. Make sure you're subscribed and following along with the design team members through the community posts on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye for now.